Alright, hey guys, what is up? It is Bibzuda back here once again on the Outlast trials, and in this video we are going to be covering part 1 of the Prime Roulette event, which started almost 2 weeks ago now, although I guess it's still called Prime Time. I don't know, it's kind of confusing. Well, I guess it's not really confusing, but I don't understand why they kept it the same name when it is a different variator now, but it is called, I guess, still Prime Time. Part 1, always bet on blood is the little tagline we have there. Trials are kill the Snitch, incinerate the Relic, investigate the Minotaur, empty the vault, despoil the auction, win the truth, gather the children of God, crush toys, and liquidate the Union. So pretty solid set of trials here. Got the 2 new ones, of course. Investigate the Minotaur is probably my least favorite trial on this list. I'm really not a big fan of this one personally. With the giant box, it's kind of annoying schlepping that thing around. But yeah, this is a bit late. I did get a bit quite sick after the patch day stream, or you know, I was sick for a while. I skipped a few of my normal escalation streams that I would usually have. So yeah, feeling better now. Of course, we did have a stream yesterday. Today's Sunday. Yesterday was Saturday. I had the normal daily Saturday stream. I don't know why I said daily during the day. Currently up to 138 on my no loadout, no revive soul escalation run. Very nearly lost it yesterday a couple times, so glad to still be alive there. But anyways, of course, if you don't know, Prime Roulette is the main variator of choice here on Prime Time, and it is very similar to Prime Time, but actually increases the difficulty a little bit. As far as I understand it, I honestly don't even know that well because I haven't played it very much. Like only those couple ones that I played, you know, that already have grades on them that I have already played on patch day. But as far as I understand it, there can be more than one prime asset out at a time from this variator. So you can have Coil out on Kill the Snitch and then have Gooseberry and the Crest Twins some sort of out at the same time. I'm not sure if that's 100% accurate, but I think that's how it works. So it should be pretty interesting and definitely will make the trials a lot more difficult if we have those ranged prime assets coming out. And also if like Lilia is going to be out, she's pretty fast and quite persistent with her chasing. We also have extra prime asset traps, so there will be more of the prime asset specific traps in all of the trials, so those are bound to be annoying. Break the televisions is the secondary objective, which shouldn't be too difficult because there's no limited items on this set of variators. There's increased threat 2, deadly traps to make those prime asset traps doing more damage, and then of course normal psycho surgery. So yeah, we don't have limited items, so we should have no trouble breaking those televisions. And we're going to start off with Kill the Snitch. We do have loadout for this event, so I'm probably just going to go with my pretty standard setup here. We'll bring blind for Kill the Snitch and probably just switch it over to stun for the other trials, but maybe we'll do something more interesting on... I mean, X-ray is not really good on any of these trials, to be honest with you, so I don't know if I'll bring that. Maybe I'll throw on the barricade for something. Honestly, barricade doesn't look very good for any of these trials either. But anyway, we're going to jump in to Kill the Snitch. I'll see you guys when we arrive at the trial. As we're pulling up to the trial here, I did forget briefly to go over the tasks that we are up against here. So for part 1, which I've barely really started, we've got complete 6 trials, destroy 25 prime asset traps, so I'll go ahead and highlight that or pin that or whatever. And then we have these ones which I'm not a big fan of, basically just throw 15 projectiles at every prime asset, so finding a lot of projectiles is going to be the key. I've already done complete the secondary objective 3 times, so that one is already done, but not the most interesting set of tasks in the first set of them here. Part 2 had some more interesting ones because it was bugged on patch day where part 2 was automatically unlocked, but is no longer the case, so I forget exactly what they all were. But yeah, not the most interesting set of part 1 tasks. Also, I have already completed the catalog just from playing escalation and stuff, so if you want to see the full catalog, just check out my patch review. I go over the whole thing there. It's very cool with all the prime asset themed cosmetics and stuff. But yeah, I think that's everything that I forgot to mention. Let's jump into Kill the Snitch. Good old Kill the Snitch, of course. Always a enjoyable trial to run. Of course, we get the useless battery booster. Where's the brick spawn? I thought there was like some... the bottle box right there. There's like... I swear there was a close to the shuttle brick spawn on this trial, but maybe I'm hallucinating. I don't know, but regardless, we have plenty of audio of those loud televisions in our ears. Definitely not going to have trouble finding those. Of course, the coil prime asset traps are also quite big and hard to miss, so we should be able to get a decent amount of our task that is pinned completed. I'll just brick this guy. I don't really want to risk him swinging on me. Why is there no music? No music after I bricked him is kind of surprising. What is... Oh, are these Xbox stupid now? They're awfully blind randomly. Don't forget, of course, to smash the like button just like that, folks. Hope the demonstration helps you understand. Of course, also the televisions in the event do have the coil with a hat photo going in there, and then also the picture of what we believe to be the new X-Pop that's coming out with Season 7, and most people are fairly convinced that it will be the Biter, which was featured in one of the comics. I think it was used to intimidate Doris to talking about a person, so yeah, potentially we will see the Biter. It'll be interesting to see how they're implemented. I'm kind of not sure if I trust these mannequins. I didn't realize that the Lilia mannequins would be in the trial with Prime Roulette. Also, I kind of turned my brain off and forgot to run to the Snitch before the giant spawned. My fault. Let's get that done now. But yeah, that certainly heightens the... Give her a moment to... yeah, that's all good. That certainly heightens the potential for a pounce to occur. The only thing with that is that without limited items, we should be pretty much able to always maintain at least one throwable on us to prevent any damage from a Lilia jump. So I guess we do want to be a little bit restrained on our usage of things to destroy the traps and the televisions if we would end up with no projectile at the end of that. I mean, pretty much the traps on the floor, the prime assets themselves, and the secondary objective are all priority targets, I guess, for our throwables. Obviously getting the televisions done so that their secondary is done for the trial would be probably the best thing to start with, but whatever presents itself as a target we can just go ahead and let loose on, right? I don't want to quite open this. Okay, it might be locked anyway. Okay, it's not. We also don't have unreliable doors on this trial. We did get a good spawn. Imagine if that were Lilia. Why is it facing the wall? That's so fried. We did get a good spawn of the generator here, so that's nice. No issues with the Berserker or really anything. I don't... Oh, it's the goose. Well, we can get her one, I guess. Why not? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny having these secondary objective or not secondary. I guess it's not the secondary objective of the trial. No. It's kind of funny to have these tasks to just pelt the prime assets with projectiles, but it's just not very interesting. I guess very inspired. I did not want to slide there. I can assure you of that. But might be. Ooh. I think we're good. Oh yeah, he didn't even turn around. Alright. It's kind of enjoyable coming back to, you know, just doing an event coverage video or whatever, where I have my full loadout. Since again, I talked about this in the Nostophobia video, but the majority of my play these days is on the escalation run with no loadout, so just getting to play a bit more reckless and a bit more crazy in these videos is kind of fun. Although I obviously can't go too far with that, we still are wanting those A+, you know. I disagree. I disagree with that hit. I mean, I could see her fist coming down, behind me. Like, there's no way that would have ever actually hit me. Whatever. Right when I say something about getting an A+, I get walloped over the head. That's what I get, I guess. But, I mean, it's not the end of the world. It should be just fine. As long as we don't have that happening more times than just the one. But I'll try to tighten it up a little bit. I've always found this part a little bit annoying, because there's not... The giant is not very willing to go to other places if you try to lure her. And it's just there's not very much area to do anything in. So it can be a bit annoying at times. Get rid of that. Because I saw this bottle. But yeah, we're time to collect the keys. Of course, an important thing that the Prime Roulette and other similar variators do bring to the table are the elimination of other specialist X-Pops. So there's not going to be any Pitcher, Pusher, or Jaeger present in these trials, which I guess is up to your opinion if... Oh, shit. Yeah, see, the twins are definitely a scary threat for your grade if you're not carrying around an antidote, which I normally don't do on regular trials. Unless it is a twins specific trial. But I guess I could abandon this antidote that I'm kind of just carrying that for potentially using on the pushing of the Snitch. A little bit reckless of a peek there, but I wanted to get that brick throw on them. 15 on each is kind of insane. I remember for the release of Franco, that was like when the tasks were originally released, I think, and he had a task to like hit Franco 30 times or something, and you just had to unload on him with 1,000,000 bricks or stuff like that. I feel like if this corpse is here, it's almost always the key for some reason. Yeah, we got our televisions all done, so we no longer need to use our throwables on those. We can focus them onto the prime assets and any additional floor traps that we find. I didn't check the basement for secret room, which was totally fine because it's right here. That's kind of an evil patch of glass, like in the middle of the floor randomly. Wonder if Lily, no, surely she doesn't have... I think the way it works is on on the resort. I think it's only applicable for Solve the Murder, I guess, because the other resort trial has relevant gems, but on Solve the Murder, Lilia will have a gem, even though none of the other mannequins will. But that doesn't apply on other trials, I think. Lilia has her secondary objective amulet in place, even if that's like, you know, not what's actually on the trial. Alright, we need the crown key somewhere in this vicinity. Continue farming those prime asset trap destructions. There haven't really been as many as I expected, I guess, with the more prime asset traps variator. Oh, she did actually hear that. There's our crown key, very nice. But yeah, obviously, as I was talking about beforehand, plenty of throwables to go around and be found. Can grab this, and then we just need the club, which will be somewhere over in admin. Maybe we can be wishful thinkers and check cafeteria first to maybe make it easier on ourselves. Who's this now? Twins again.
Last time, not all around. Keep your filthy hands away from my sisters, can't you, vile deviant?
One thing I haven't really heard much is the voice lines, so I think I interrupted them there, which is my fault. I didn't think about it. I know Coil has some funny ones that people have been talking about a lot. That's one. And yeah, I mean, I think Coil is the only one with new voice lines, and then so people are using that as another another reason that Coil's going to be the one getting the new map in Season 7.
Everybody leaves us.
I mean, I think it's pretty clear at this point with the TV picture and the voice lines that it is going to be Coil. But I do really, really hope that it comes alongside of some sort of changes to him to make it more interesting. Because as stands, he's by far the most boring prime asset, especially with the way he just aura farms in the current state of the game. He'll just stand there AFK after spotting you for like literally 5+ seconds. He'll just sit there before trying to go after you. Which I find incredibly annoying. Bunny, we need club. Not that I searched very thoroughly. Is that it? That is it. Oh, very... Music seems awfully quiet. One thing I am a little worried about, and that has had me worried in my escalation runs as well, is the severely reduced audible range of Psychosis mines. It's been incredibly annoying dealing with that. Hoping that that was an accidental mistake of a change. Because I cannot say that I would agree that it is a good thing. But we can grab our club key, and now we need only push the lowly Snitch along his track to get us to the end of the trial. We'll open this up first, and then we can probably just do the classic here. Ooh, it might actually not work. Yeah. So I took too long to start pushing because I used the adrenaline. And now we have... Yeah, I couldn't really risk it being Franco, so I'm glad I moved. Well, also, maybe they changed the Giant's behavior? She seemed like she did not get stuck as often. Okay, so here we have it. Franco just came out, and then Gooseberry is also here. So yeah, very clearly the multiple at a time thing is taking place. So very cool to see that. And it feels like it also opens up possibilities for things like Pitcher and Jaeger to be out at the same time, or fried shit like that. Although I'm not sure if they apply on the same wavelength like that. I don't think this will help. This giant's being really annoying. Shout out to the good old days when we could trap this giant in the barred door room out front. Oh shit, the goose. I used to be able to trap this bum-ass giant. Didn't have to worry about her at all.
Who wants to learn about obesity?
The lighting is very inconsistent in this room. Like, I mean, I guess you could consider yourself being in the light thanks to the light of the doorway, but it just looks so dark on your screen. Snitch is gonna be back at the spawn in a quick second here. She should leave like right now, though, right?
Sworn there was somebody here.
After giving her voice line about giving up. This fucking giant, man. Is so annoying, actually. And then she stops right next to him. Hello? I don't get it. What is she doing? I guess I usually do it like this, don't I? Oh, she's instantly on me and swinging. Maybe I'm not doing it the same way I used to, but... feels like it's just not working as well. Okay, that time she gave up before even coming through the door. Okay, there we go. I was just probably griefing it, honestly. I realized after I'd pushed him a little bit that I do usually push him like towards the spot next to the cafeteria before trying to do that strat, so that was stupid of me. Oh, it's Lilia. I could not understand. I was not understanding who was making those noises. Give her a bottle to the schnoz. Work on that task. And now, of course, this is giving this piece of shit giant the opportunity to move forward and be in my way again. I really do miss those good old days of trapping her. Now she's gonna camp in the hallway instead. Oh, apparently I was visible there too, so all good. I don't think even the noise I made there would bring her over to that spot. Probably at all. Wrong door. And my snitch has basically rolled back to the start. Why are you still here? I feel like the Liquidate the Union finale is gonna, and the Despoil finale as well. It's gonna be pretty fried with this. Especially just on the RNG. I mean, I guess Franco is always there. So it would be more so the Despoil finale, like if Franco and Krez come out. Alright. Keep pushing. I must say, I have not played this the most elegantly, sadly. But been a bit unlucky as well. What the fuck are you doing? I mean, with this piece of shit just sandbagging me like crazy, it's certainly not helping. You know, I'm realizing I didn't pick up the rig recharger. I just don't even think about it. Picking it up. The one in the... You know the one. In the secret room. Okay. The machete grunt decided to join the giant in sandbagging me. Take a nice little lap around here. Yeah, certainly not up for any speedrun world records with this completion. I wanted to go into a room before we do this, but of course she's just gonna walk straight this way. Can you please fuck off? Okay. Put down the blind. And pull the lever. And hope we don't encounter Franco or Crest to throw a blind shot at us. Should be good. Off we go. Did I hear Lilia noises? uses again? I'm confused. This dumbass giant. Would like to dispense throwables on Coil were he nearby, but alas, he is not. And we must leave due to pressure from the giant. That'll do it though. 8+ in 20 minutes, 44 seconds, kills in his primetime psychosurgery here. Not the fastest time in the world, but plenty of brick and bottle usage is a good side effect of these tasks we're working on, so that will help with our grades given any demerits. Wouldn't have needed it in this case, but potentially in the future. We're off to some MKs up next. Actually, I think we have Incinerate the Relic potentially immediately. I'll see you guys there. Alright, we're here for Incinerate the Relic, one of the 2 new MKs, and in my opinion, definitely one of the top most difficult MKs in the game at this point. Maybe the top, especially given certain specific variators you might put on it. But in this case, we shouldn't have, I think, overly too much trouble with it. Just like if you get like enraged on here with like Jaeger at the very start and countdown and all the all the usual lovely difficulty increasing variators, you're gonna have a hard time, in my opinion. Problem on this trial is there's not gonna be any prime asset traps to destroy. You can't quite destroy the Lilia mannequins, and I don't think there's anything that otherwise counts. But yeah, we're gonna get started here. I honestly am not really up to date on if there are any strategies for this trial, or if it's just go scan mannequins and hope for the best. And by strategies I mean in a similar manner to Despoil the Auction, where we have the obvious locations of the rubies that we can exploit. Also, I did not switch to evasive, but I did switch to backpack. Evasive I've become a bit less drawn to, even for Lilia trials for some reason. It just feels like Smash is so nice and useful that it's hard to give it up even in this case. And I guess if I didn't have my self-defense technique, I'd be a bit more concerned, so that's partially why as well. Night Hunter, of course, is down here, but one thing you can do to avoid him is literally just hold down the right click on your blacklight and you will be invisible to him, technically. So if you don't run into him physically, he won't actually see you. But of course, any other person without night vision will see you. So you need to be aware of that. But we should be all good here to get upstairs. Drop that emerald and grab the bear key. One thing I definitely think and have seen many people say is that the owl key is not worth getting, and I would certainly agree with that. Owl key is 200, so you only need $60 more to finish the trial. And you have to melt it and then go very far across the map with it to use it. It just seems not worth it at all. Unless you're going for the Easter egg, of course, which requires it.
She didn't have to laugh at me.
I would like to throw projectiles at him, but also seems a bit risky to do so in the broadest of daylight. Wow, a ruby right in the lobby is crazy. See, I do not understand at all if there are any consistently learnable rules around the spawns of these gems. I mean, I think it's probably transferable from Despoil, where like if you find a gem that the nearby mannequins in like a similar pod of mannequins are unlikely to also have a gem, or maybe never will. Like maybe even this whole room counts, and I was searching down here needlessly and pointlessly because those would never have held a gem because we already found one? I don't know.
Rip your braccioli out by the root and feed it to
Franco's still annoying me here. He's gonna bash the door down for us at least. That's kind of him.
Watch your ass.
I believe he is on his way out. We can go drop this ruby off. Nice little payday. That was a grunt randomly going down the stairs. I think we need 80 for the stag. Yes. We can check the tutorial room of Despoil. Another ruby. Yeah, I'm clueless on this sort of thing. But I haven't really played the trial that much. If any of you out there have played the trial a ton and you know you're some kind of expert on the spawns, maybe it's knowable. And maybe I'll learn it over time as well, but yeah, I don't know. It's quite interesting. We can go and use the key up. I've also managed to complete the trial without even getting the wolf key, but usually I would say that's probably worth doing. Oh no. Wow, they actually didn't hit me. Crazy. The shitter twins. Another emerald. Emeralds are obviously pretty stinky, only worth 10, but given the fact that wait, what? Alright, there we get another hit on the twins. Which is good for our task. There's our gem. So, like, I assume there's probably not going to be another gem in this room then, and we can leave. So, that's the assumption I'm going to work with right now. Julia's certainly nearby. Uh-oh. I actually hate Aurora so much, I'm not gonna lie. Her stupid screaming pisses me off. But we can pop another 2 emeralds in. And we need 20 more for the wolf key. Which we can still search the room directly to the right in here, and then the larger room. Oh. Shit, man. Well, thankfully we actually have full passage through the tutorial area. Oftentimes one of these doors will be blocked or padlocked in some way. But we don't need to worry about that. We can very easily loop around. All death. Of course, more prime asset traps does add in more of the mannequins to make this trial more difficult. Jesus. Can't find a single salvageable gem in this room. Maybe one does not exist. I don't know. Let's check this room. Death. It's all death. What? Yeah, I dare not claim to have even the slightest ounce of understanding. Why is there a grunt? Give Gooseberry a little bit of the business. Oh, one thing that's actually really useful is knowing that the owl room doors become unbarred when you use that key that we used. So then you can kind of, like, you don't have to go out this front way, which is often obstructed. So we can technically go all the way around. I don't know how much, if any, of this stuff is gonna have a gem in the basement. Like, did I miss any while doing the beginning of the trial? Probably I did. See, he can't see me because I'm holding this down. It's a nice little tech, I guess you could call it. Although, too many things get called tech these days. Although I certainly lean into that as a bit of a meme at times, like eyeball tech. But hey, I'm only human. All right, we get a sapphire and an emerald. See what? There's no knowing. There's no knowing. There's just two gems right next to each other right there. So it's like you just gotta check them all. You just gotta run around scanning. But we can load those up. And I was actually going to see if there was, if I could just go up the bare stairs. Oh, shit. There we go. Can I at least give her that? So, like, can we just go out this co-op door? Or even, oh, you can even go out the back way. Oh yeah, we have just all of this available now. Yeah, so this is why you don't even need the wolf key. But usually it's worth doing. Ooh. Is she still just on my ass? Wow. This is my goat bro. I love it when she said that, bro. It's too funny to me. No, yo, it's actually so annoying when that happens. I'm just gonna stun here, I think. Yeah, when the stupid defrosting plates, bro, when they have two heads or whatever already on them, so you can't even do it. It's actually annoying. We could honestly just go without the key if we could actually find anything, bro. It's all death, all of it. Death, 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 death. I don't know. This trial gets kind of annoying over the long run with so many fake ones. But maybe I'm just a crybaby. Maybe it is more learnable than it at first appears. A ruby is nice. That doesn't help the fact that I still wouldn't say I'm very good at this area, like in terms of navigation. This back area behind the resort. That's a sapphire. And now we're back to the basement. So we haven't even searched anything like in this whole outside area. And we only need 60 more. So it's, I mean, it feels like it's not even that hard to bypass the wolf key as well, maybe. Because we didn't search this room either, did we? Searched a little bit of it. Also might just be a bit of RNG if you can or can't as well. Yeah, this grunt is in an annoying spot. We're gonna have to go around. Amelia's here again. Why is it so reluctant to play the chase music? Or maybe it's just much quieter than I expect. Not sure. I do have my AC on at this point. It's you know, it's that time of the year where I'm gonna be having the AC be a bit of an impairment on my hearing at times. I'm confused by these footsteps a bit. It's all good though. I mean, I would have definitely done the wolf key if that stupid freezer plate hadn't been, or you know, both of the freezer plates hadn't been blocked off that I had the generator that I cranked, but feels like maybe not worth it to lug it all the way over, though it would certainly lead. I don't know, maybe this is maybe this MK is a little bit not quite as hard. Maybe I was giving it a little too much credit. But I don't know, time will tell. Let's quickly go crank. Certainly is annoying. Oh no crest twins, please. I'm all set. I guess it definitely doesn't help my ease of navigation having so few doors open. It doesn't even lock. Maybe we will just go do the stupid wolf melting. If it's going to tie my hands in such a fashion. Okay. Perform that task. Although, I mean, I guess at this point we could also do the owl task. Or not task, owl key, whatever. You get the idea. Since we have the money, but either one would be, I think, equally cumbersome to lug over to this generator regardless. So we might as well do the key that is likely the easiest to use. Oh my god. Yeah, definitely you want to check which one is available, because that's actually super annoying that one is blocked in this fashion. Honestly, to the point where I may have an easier time just bringing this one all the way to the far away generator and melting it. You know what I'm saying? She's like in the dark area behind me. I don't know. I'm still pretty clueless on this trial, as I'm sure is clear. And she, I think, was just absolutely on my cheeks. Take the bottle. See, but then, like, we also have all this area that I think I haven't scanned. Whoa.
Let them hear. My flesh will rest in hope.
Oh right, this is on a different fucking generator, and now the twins are up there again. Boy, this is a nightmare. I did play this in escalation last night already, so I've gotten through it once and it wasn't too bad, but yeah, I think I'm definitely going to want to get into this one in some you know, custom trials and experiment around with how the gems actually spawn, because it's pretty annoying doing this in such a slow fashion. Doesn't help with this annoying cold mechanic either, but
You can erase now.
where's my ice? Yeah, so turn around and get grabbed by Lilia to, you know, actually not end up taking damage because we have the... I mean, I'm lucky she didn't just swing on me. I could have easily just died there straight up. But yeah, look at that. We're melting all the keys anyway. Despite my saying we didn't need to. It just worked out that way. And watch, now we're going to find a ruby over here and I'll have enough money anyways. That would be kind of funny. Or we will find jack shit. Oh, that could have been a ruby. I mean, it is a ruby, but it's fake. Lilia, you're really annoying me. Kinda tired of you. Just perma-chasing me around this entire time. Hey, we got to throw 15 at Lilia. Lovely. So we no longer need to be wasting our projectiles on her. All the rest can become targets for my rage. But alright. Wolf keys used. Gives access to like 3 or so rooms. Which is not a lot, but they're usually fairly lucrative in my experience. As we get a fucking emerald. Now we just need a sapphire or a ruby. And we get the ruby. Alright. Good enough. Let's get the hell out of here. From what I've heard and my direct experience, however minimal, the ending of this trial is really not any issue. I didn't even have Lilia spawn in. At the end, of course, we have the jar of cock and balls, which we can inspect and shake around in just lovely fashion, but let's quickly ditch that into the fire. And then maybe this route is just like pretty free. Okay, there's a grunt in the hallway. But still, fairly doable, right? Fuck you, dude. Okay? Just get out of here. Thanks. Alright. Certainly not the cleanest performance, or most coherent, or even sentient, but we got an A+ in 22 minutes, 31 seconds, Incinerate the Relic, Primetime Psychosurgery. Definitely very slow. It was flawless in terms of demerits, at least, but not in terms of knowledge of the trial or execution therein. But still, I'll take that. Definitely a lot to learn there, which is good. It's good to have new trials to learn a lot more about, and looking forward to doing so. But we'll move on to the next MK in a moment. Alright, loading up into Investigate the Minotaur made me realize that I've been foolishly wasting my time. Also, I'm going to switch to noise reduction. Mall's very small map. Don't really need backpack even with the fuse involvement. I've been wasting my time with this task that I have pinned because I'm pretty sure nausea traps count per vial on the, like, for destroying prime asset traps, so we can just very easily knock them out in this trial probably. So yeah, a bit of a fool's errand hitting so many of the coil things. I guess Lilia's in the vials there. can't always quite line up as many as you'd like. But yeah, I think that was 3 completed right there. We have the far left back area for the fuse in the store. Good to note that on your way through, since it can be very annoying to find just by following the wires, since it likes to zig and zag to and fro quite annoyingly. I had an absolute nightmare of a time on this trial on patch day. It seems that they have made the Crest Twins quite a lot more involved and aggressive, especially at the shuttle. Although apparently they can still bug out and not even show up at all and just be like in the fountain area the entire trial, but they were very annoying on mine because I also had enraged enemies, so on top of that change, I very nearly died and lost the run on that trial on patch day. So let's do this and just fucking fail completely because the plant has a hitbox. For my brick, my fault. Yeah, so we only hit 2 vials there, but it did count as 2 vials at least, so definitely don't bother with anyone else's prime asset traps for this task. As right there we just got like 6 at once and instantly we're done with the task, so yeah. That's actually kind of crazy. I guess we might as well pin the twins one since it's their trial.
Come back here!
Whoa! What? All we have left to do now is throw projectiles at specific prime assets, right? Yeah, and complete 6 trials, which obviously isn't something we need to deliberately focus on. Alright, let's get this fuse and actually get started on the trial objective. Sad I didn't get a stamina booster for this one. Also good to have an antidote for those pesky twins. I know Kotz has been doing a difficult custom on this trial, so obviously he enjoys it a bit more than me. Also good to see him back. Whoa! Back making content again, or streaming at the very least. Yeah, personally I'm not a big kind of funny to see just Franco, the twins walking by, and then Franco sprinting up the stairs in the shopping mall. I don't know. Something about prime time just, you know, it evokes some joy for whatever reason that may be. We do have the fuse right in there, or the fuse receiver, whatever you want to call that. I wonder what they call it when you ping it. Could be a port, you know. Wow. All good. Got quite a few more throwables needed to be sailed into the twins' faces even. Fuse box, obviously. Makes a lot more sense than whatever the fuck I said. Alright, let's pull this fuse and get it over to that box that we just pinged so we can move on. Thankfully it was relatively painless getting out of the out of Spatlin. That can go sideways in an infinite number of ways frequently. Somehow I still went to the wrong store. Coil, we actually have 0 projectiles done, despite doing Kill the Snitch. Probably because of how little he shows up in that trial in reality. But we can farm a few here. And get another 2. Absolutely farming for. Oh! Somehow that brick missed. We actually have someone else who came out behind him. It's Gooseberry. Funny how I'm seemingly going to get more throwables on the other prime assets than the main one, just like in Snitch itself.
You lazy motherfucker about to get boiled up. The will to be more violent. The other
Alright, that's 8 projectiles lodge in Coil's jaw. And he's likely to want to leave soon. Obviously, I've also been just waiting to put the fuse because it sounded like the twins and maybe even Gooseberry was just right outside the store. And this does light it all up, so you don't really want to...
Not whatsoever. Even if
I don't actually know what they're saying. Coil's still here, he's talking. Interesting. We're moving on to the next phase here. Try and push this past the Night Hunter. It's a bit of a coin flip. Just pick one way and hope he's not there. And of course he is here. But since we have the box through the gate, we can at least spend this time going and retrieving the fuse. Which will, of course, spawn an X-Pop. But we got one of the easy spots where you can just hide over here and very freely get out. I'm streaming. Alright. We do still have our stun at the ready.
you've done it again, you have to warn me.
Be a little bit careful with my bottle. I don't want to throw it at them and get the Night Hunter onto me somehow. Although it would have been good if he went over there, I guess, but it seems he's afforded us some leeway regardless of our activities, and we made it here. Sadly, we did not get the pizzeria fuse box. I don't know why I blanked on the name or the words fuse box. It's a bit stupid of me in retrospect. Okay, well, talk about stupid. Getting shot for like a fifth of your life bar by a Franco blind firing on you as you place the fuse is certainly something I would list pretty highly in stupid, in levels of stupid. But again, the brick usage should more than or the throwable usage in general should more than make up for these slips, if you can even call that a slip, or like a load of BS. But can advance the box to the next gate and back to the beauty salon to retrieve the fuse we go. Important to remember that the fuse box in the department store is far left. We have a giant coming to say hello.
Therapy. You need therapy.
I'm doing the therapy right now, dude. What the hell? Is he clueless? Does he know where he is? Alright. Usually best to just sprint in here and get this placed in my experience. I don't hear the twins in the vicinity yet, so yeah, I don't know if they are gonna show up or what. Maybe it's when you place the fuse. Hard to say. Hard to say. We do have an adrenaline to potentially move this box quickly, but I find it often annoying to move it quickly regardless of what sort of stamina situation you have, because there's usually, as is the case here, quite a few traps in the way as you're bringing this back. But yeah, it appears we got, I guess, what you would call the bug, where the twins are just simply absent. Very much different from the experience I had on patch day, where they were impossible to lose. It took me forever to even get the box through the department store, but even once it was through the department store a certain amount, they would literally just pace up and down here in this on this like walkway, like just walk around in here like and just never go away. It was actually really annoying and very difficult, but obviously not helped by the fact that I had enraged enemies. I don't think that bottle even connected, but whatever. Get me out of there. So overall, not too bad. We got through it pretty quickly, but not my favorite trial. A plus 11 minutes 25 seconds. Investigate the Minotaur primetime psychosurgery. And just the 1 damage from Franco's glancing strike, tragically, but 3 down, 6 more to go. See you for the next MK. Alright, here now for Empty the Vault. Should be a grand old time. And yeah, let's just jump into it. I'm trying to think, I swear I had something that I was going to say at the start of this trial. It just completely slipped from my mind, but regardless, let's just get into it here. Switched over to tracking the Franco projectiles. Although, well, I mean, he does come out on occasion on this trial. He's a bit intermittent, so it actually could be a good opportunity to do so, especially when we're over in the train yard where it's dark. Safely harass him from afar. Let's see. I usually just run this way and hope to get lucky. But you can also peek over the edge here and see if you can spot any of the yellow paint that would make up the skull if it were down below. But so far no luck. We're hoping now that it is instead in this little... It seems like this would be more of a back room closet of the casino, but I guess it has a fence only connecting it to Chemco. Because, like, obviously the casino is right here. It's strange to have this door connecting them a little bit. Never really even looked out there. I was just kind of curious. But yeah, sadly we're gonna have to go back to Chemco later, as it seems we did not get the fortunate occurrence of being able to find it on an easy and usually unrestricted path through it that we tend to take. Seeing if we can find whoever came out of the... That's Coil again. Can give him some abuse, and we actually have our symbol right there.
You got it.
That's unfortunate that the screamer actually turned on. I can't close the door. No way. Okay, thankfully the screamer did not hit me in some bullshit fashion. 314. Ooh.
Careful, boy. A lot of nuts out there. Easy there. You're getting the screws for this.
Oh, there we go. I thought I would maybe need the stun to seal the deal, but that was enough. So, at the start of Investigate the Minotaur, we had 0 projectiles thrown at Coil, and now we're done. So he's gotten the business, so to speak, over the last 2 trials. Franco's here. Give him one for the road as well. I'm not taking my advice anymore about carrying one in the case of a Lilia jump, but we'll see if I get punished for that or not. I find myself back here, so I might as well put in the one that we have. And we can, I guess, head into the lesser areas of Chemco to find the skull, which is, yeah, it's in here in the cringe room, as I call it. 895 that we need. Who's this? That was Franco. He was talking about coil. Alright. Only the train depot itself remains. And we can finish off the secondary as well. It's honestly quite annoying me that I can't remember what I was going to say to start this trial off, but whatever, maybe it'll come to me later. Of course, we very shortly have Prime Time Part 2 starting up next week. I'll be covering that as well. The sad thing is what happens after that, which is going to be 2 weeklies that are going to be 2 weeks each. They're cool weeklies, mirrored, which I'm assuming will have some mirrored main trials, which will be fried as shit. So that's cool. There's mirrored, and then there's classified, which if there's multiple classified variators, I will find that pretty interesting as well. But still, I'm not sure if they really need to be running for 2 weeks, but I will talk probably more about that on the videos for those themselves. Kind of sucks that that's Coil, since I've already finished giving him the business. Maybe we can toss some bricks Franco's way if that's who's coming out here.
Oh, fuck you! You think I'm getting any uglier? You hit a fucking baby?
Franco and the twins, certainly the two most dangerous to get this done on. So we're getting some good progress here.
Fucking balls on this guy! Nobody asked me. What the fuck you trying to do?
We're having a good time, aren't we, Franco? Ooh. Oh, yes, yes. Where is he? Stop shooting. Boom. We just farmed him to like crazy. I think that was 10 hits in that short span. So that means we only need Gooseberry, strangely, although I really haven't seen her that much, and the twins. I think next... We actually have Despoil the Auction up next, I think, so... Either of those are likely to make... I mean, well... We'll see. I don't know. Let's press the button and get the hell out of here. Oh my god.
You're gonna pay for what you know,
I'm gonna take damage. No! I took damage because I full sprinted off. You have to, like, kind of walk off so you land on the raised stairs there, but... A little bit of chip damage versus potentially 3 bars or whatever Coil would have just done. I guess it's fine. And we can head out. Quite a successful trial despite the last minute demerit. We got plenty of projectile farming done there. And getting those tasks completed. And we also got 6 trials of the special therapy done. A plus 7 minutes, 51 seconds to empty the vault, primetime psychosurgery. I think we just need 1 more task to unlock the part 2s. So that'll be good. One thing I was considering doing and might do for the... Like, I would probably do it for the classified and mirrored weekly is, like, just doing 18 trials in one video because it's all the same event. So just combining them, not having a part 1, part 2. That'd make the videos obviously longer, but I don't know. I may do that in the future. We'll see though. Anyways, next up's Despoil the Auction. I'm probably going to take a little break, but we'll be back to do that next. Had my mic muted. Alright, we are here now for Despoil the Auction on the Prime Roulette. I have switched over. I'm actually going to use Barricade. I'm going to try it because I did notice that on the finale, Lilia is really slow at breaking down the barricade, so you can crank quite a bit. And similarly, it would be good against, like, if Crest were there or anything. You know, why not? Why not give Barricade a shout? And we're also, of course, bringing Backpack here as well, since this trial relies heavily on the inventory. Not sure why I paused like that. Although there are quite a few projectile spawns. Okay, we did get one. Grab that. And I do have Smash. I didn't switch to Evasive still, because again, we do have the very easily accessible throwables, although there is still a trade-off in this case where you have to still carry one of those throwables even when you're working on objective stuff, so that's kind of something I was debating if I wanted to bring Evasive just to give me an additional inventory slot basically for when I'm doing the gem movements. But I decided to stick with Smash because that allows me to open up a pretty nice shortcut in the basement for when we're doing the gems down there. And there will not be the possibility even of Jaeger spawning to open that up for me, which is something that can sometimes happen. But we have, of course, the event variator preventing that occurrence. I don't know how I always miss the one in the hallway, or... Oh, okay, well, this one I guess I don't know, there's so many weird spawns for these batteries, like in these hallways and stuff, and I guess the other one is in the first room back here, and I didn't see it. Maybe? I don't know. 2 people spawning in, that is Franco. Oh, we do have the twins, so that's good. We can get some very good progress here.
Don't you touch my mouse!
Oh yeah. Franco.
Don't you fucking touch my sister!
Yo, how is Franco hearing me hitting them with a brick? Quit it, Franco. Why are they running away? Get back here. No, they're going outside. Stop. Well, what the hell? The twins just ran away, bro. I mean, I guess I was pelting them relentlessly with throwables, but still. I guess it's in the other room over there. Seems like I'm a bit clueless on the battery locations as usual, but hey. Is what it is. Yeah, I mean, just look at the bountiful harvest of throwables. I think it was just twins and gooseberry that we needed more hits on. Okay, I don't know how I haven't been able to find this thing. But it is in this room, apparently. Wow, okay. Maybe the only place I didn't look. All good. Give us access to that key. I don't know what this grunt is doing. Very confusing behavior, but we finally got the key and we can get inside. Always a good idea to get rid of this guy because he is very easy to forget about, and he will smack you up while traversing the lobby. There's our last TV up there that we can get rid of. I love the hitboxes in this game sometimes, man. They are just choice. Alright. And don't forget to smash like for the auction to start up. And just infinite throwables, truly. So many items spawn inside this little area when you have no limiters. You can just pile them up here. Maybe useful at the ending or something. But yeah, Gooseberry or Aurora. It would be nice if we can see Auto and Aurora one more time and finish this off so we can move on to part 2 of the tasks.
You alright there?
He alright there? He's not alright there, I'll tell you what. But yeah, putting barricade on like one of these doors seems like it's quite good. But yeah, it does depend on who spawns in as well, because Coil and like Gooseberry have faster animations. But Lilia's is quite slow. We need a ruby. And they're all death. Wow, that was unlucky. But alas, we continue. And I will take one additional throwable with me, because you don't really need the blacklight if you're doing the normal strat where you speedrun for the basement. Carrying the blacklight around while you do the other keys is kind of a waste of inventory space. Always potential to get pounced here by Lilia while doing this, but we don't have much to fear from that with 3 throwables on hand. So I will pretty much just run about with reckless abandon due to that fact. And we get the Hoot Hoot Owl all squared away. Lovely. I will quickly go and drop this door as well before we go upstairs, so we can just forget about the owl key for the remainder. That. And immediately, I like to go to the generator before the grunt spawns in. Is the key to get that warmth started. No secret room here, so yeah. I mean, I did know the Pouncer was in there, and I kind of tried to start taking a wider berth around, but it wasn't soon enough. If she had been in the second locker instead, or whatever you want to call those, locker, booth, something. If she'd been in the second one instead, I might have been able to avoid it. Keep my warmth topped up. Not sure why he didn't hear that door, but I won't complain. So that's one. Yeah, unfortunate. I think I want to just try and... Wait. She's just a cheater, that's all. It's too fast. I literally didn't even know until very recently, by the way, that there was a window here. Because I've only ever really come in here if it's the secret room. And apparently, there's a battery spawn in there too. Which I also didn't know about. But yeah, I generally only go in there if it is the secret room, so when it is the secret room, obviously that window is not available. And so I didn't even know it existed in the first place. always nice to open up these barred doors, and just in case, even though they don't frequently come in handy, but better safe than sorry, as they say. And this will be the wolf key opened up with the classic awu. So lovely. And we do actually have the secret room here. So that's not terrible. Actually, so many barred doors on this map. I'm kind of just acknowledging. There, yes. Might as well hop in there, grab the battery booster. Large grunt may be a bit of a nuisance. Since I'm pretty sure every secret room is lit up, like the room has its lights on, so you don't want to be heard when entering. Fully juiced up, and we'll grab the rig recharger, maybe put it downstairs for later. But we don't want it clogging up our inventory as we go here. Just drop it off right about here and head back up for that wolf key. Careful for those crackheads, they are in some annoying spots on this trial. This one I usually just open immediately. I don't tend to go for the additional doors, like with the owl, you usually do it instantly before going up. Noise making completed prior to the spawn of the Night Hunter puts us in better shape than if we were to have done the opposite. So I guess I somehow missed the battery in this room. I don't know. I always feel like I fully checked these rooms, and then it turns out no. Turns out I missed something. Yet another barred door opened up to ease my movement around the map. And we can warm up and take on this outdoor area with a couple batteries it tends to house. That wire was in a strange spot. Not sure where that indicates the battery ends up being, but we got this one. May it be one that loops back around? Yeah, it is. There we go. Alright. And just that easily, we have opened up the bear key for use. Not bad. It at least means she's not lying in wait to pounce us. You are quite astute, aren't you, Night Hunter? Heard me. I guess I'll let things cool down by quickly going and opening up top bear here. Might as well. And then we can take the shortcut through tutorial to get back outside and into the basement along with a blacklight. Who might this be? Lock coil out. And into the basement we go. Much more lucrative of an area than on Incinerate the Relic, I am certain of that. And then we can smash this co-op door once we've gone through the entire area to make getting back with most of the gems much easier. Honestly, this one I maybe want to bring with me to bring it closer to the spot where I'll bash open the co-op door. And then whichever, like the one that I'll find here. Maybe not even this one, but...
Somebody's just doing it.
Alright. Does she know I'm here? Or? We have 5, so there should be 2 in this room. She got into a hiding spot. Is there maybe even one more? Like over here. Indeed. Alright, a bountiful harvest from the basement, and now we smash through here. And we are in lovely shape. And of course there's a... Like, what the fuck, game? There's just a grunt sitting on the other side of that door, so I can't open it. And then Lilia silently walks up behind me and and jumps on me. I mean, it doesn't matter because we had the brick and we're all good. We don't get a demerit, but it's just such BS. At the end of the day, I'm not a fan of it. It's all good. Can drop off 3 here and then go do owl and bear really quick. I think technically we won't even need to go like dark wolf if I don't want to, but we'll see how things work out on my next like basement trip. Okay, just the final one I check, of course. She might come in here. She might not. She might just be in stealth somewhere right outside of here. Maybe in there. Prepared to grab me. But the trusty brick will ease our nerves as always. Pouncer in here, what? This one, yeah. Okay, so unless I decide to go to wolf, I won't need this anymore, so I'll drop it there. 2 more going down, and back to the basement we go. We need 5 more, so actually regardless, it'll be 2 trips. Unless I did 4 on this trip and then went and got like Dark Wolf or something, but I'll just do 2 basement trips then. That makes it less of a decision, really. This fucking guy, of course, is always happens to be at this door when I'm here, despite this entire basement being open. Yes, definitely close the door. I think she's... yeah, she's like right around the corner there, I think. Alright. Getting fairly consistently cheesed by these enemies, but no harm, no foul, I suppose. Drop off another 3. And then those last 2 will be all we need to finish it off. Really haven't seen much of the Roulette primes. Of course. Where's the chase music?
Love makes us again.
Very strange. Alright. I guess I should have grabbed another throwable from the pile at the tutorial or whatever at the drop-off box. She probably went stealth somewhere. I don't know. Maybe that's her right there. I don't remember if there was one in the corner. But doesn't really matter to me. We're gone. See you later. Alright, that was pretty smooth, pretty quick. And we're already on to the auction itself. So let's get started with that. And yeah, I mean, I know I usually do the stealth approach, and well, to be honest, barricade won't really help much with that, generally. Like, and I think the stealth approach would still be better than like trying to take advantage of the barricade in any meaningful way, so I don't even know if I'll end up using it, but I brought it for the novelty, at the very least. That's a shame that we have boards to smash here. Causes a potential issue, but we may just be able to make a run for it. So like, I guess in this case, like I could put barricades on the door, and then probably, unless she comes up the stairs herself, I could probably do the entire crank before she breaks one of these down. Although she might be at or near the stairs as well. Oh well. And Gooseberry's here too. And that is Franco. So this is the sort of chaos I was somewhat expecting in this finale. It's the triple prime. And of course Lilia came up the stairs, so showcasing the unreliability of this approach. Alright, don't want to waste our last brick. She's going in the crawl space. Oh no, Lilia. That is not a good hiding spot.
Anybody there?
You wouldn't believe it. So maybe this time she'll take an EIG and it'll be maybe a thing that works out. But it seems like you're just probably still just better off doing the stealth and waiting for her to go into stealth like that approach. Because that'll be more reliable and doesn't require the rig. Yeah, no? Yeah, I expect we'll see her at one of those barricades soon. Nope, she's coming from downstairs. What? That's kind of surprising to be honest. I feel like she is much more likely to take an EIG. Maybe it's more likely. It's a lot closer behind me than I thought. But maybe it's more likely that she'll do that once you do the one of the cranks in the front of the room, you know? Because that's like more akin to almost being somewhere upstairs, if that makes any sense. Another crank retrieved. Let's see if this will, whoops, end up utilizing the barricade for me. Nope. She's taking the stairs again. Now the funniest thing would be if she will now try and go out the door through the barricade. Great stuff. So barricade just being completely useless somehow. Despite the majority of the time I would say she would take the EIG and you know, end up behind the barricade. This is my ghost bull. Guess I'll just reclaim it for myself here. And we don't really have much to do. I guess we could try something with the barricade here. Might as well, right? Although, you know, you would probably think that she, you know, would maybe be smart enough to just go to the other door that's open. I guess we'll see. She is not smart enough. She's so slow, man. So, I mean, I guess if she doesn't want to cooperate with your barricade plans, you can force it by bringing her into the owl room. And it's still pretty good. So, you know. Not sure where she ended up at this point. We have Franco. Damn, I did not think he was coming upstairs for some reason. My fault. Yeah, I mean, we don't have much recourse to Franco being in the finale area. Just gotta have to wait for him to leave. Or at least wander sufficiently far. Which is a shame. Wish that had been Cress. I would have enjoyed a nice peppering of throwables to finish off my task here. I could have gone more crazy on Gooseberry when she was around, but
Shit, careful.
I did not have the throwables at hand to do so.
X-Bomb.
Alright, maybe we have a solid window at that point, although again I don't know where Lily is. Oh, okay. I think I heard that too. Wait, what the fuck? She was like way out front in the lobby. So she actually might have been in one of the stealth spots that we want her to be in. Not ideal. It was really not ideal. Might get hit. Maybe not. Got dominated though. Not good. bit. So she can't be relied on to be stupid every time, sadly. But we can just do this again. Seems like she breaks down the door faster than the barricade that's like just in the door. Maybe not though. It's so ridiculous and weird that it forces her backwards with the hit. This is so weird. And she doesn't know where I am?
Since when did you care about? Oh my god. This is about that fucking coffee this year.
I can't put the bear. Okay. Maybe? At least the barricade memes were distracting me a bit from the horrific squeals. Oh, I took all my throwables? Shit. Are there any in here? Damn it. We're not gonna get the task. This will be interesting though. I haven't really ever delayed my exit of this trial, so I don't know if like Lily will actually be there. But yeah, certainly not the fastest or most effective completion of the finale, but you know, some fun memes with barricade. Who can complain? And I mean, it certainly is good. It's just the fact is that waiting for her to go into stealth is just debatably better, but certainly easier, and then also doesn't require a rig to do. So I think that makes it better in terms of a reliable strategy. What the fuck are you doing? Just clueless behavior. So I don't know, like, is she maybe in a hiding spot out here somewhere, or what's... This will be really bad if it's Franco. It is, of course. Okay, whatever. I don't know where Lilia ends up at the end of this trial, to be honest. She doesn't seem to be at the exit, even after a delay. But yeah, that was pretty fun completion. A+ in 33 minutes, 18 seconds to spoil the auction. Primetime Psycho Surgery here. And I think it was flawless. Yeah, don't see any demerits on there. Don't remember getting any, although they might have been cut off if I did. Regardless, yeah, pretty fun. Not super fast because the barricade memeing around, but still, I'll take that. And we're back to MKs for a bit. Alright, we're here for Win the Truth, the other of the two new MKs, so should be a good time here. This one, although it does have an incredibly cool, entirely new entry area here with the purple and the cats and all that, is definitely the easier of the two new MKs and contender for one of the easiest in the game. I would rank it in similar difficulty to something like Cancel the Autopsy, because you really don't have to do much. You just have to go to certain places and gather information there. You don't actually have to do any objectives. You don't have to make any noise. There's no heavy objects. So even compared to Cancel the Autopsy, you know, you at least have to grab the keys from there. But here, you really don't have much that's going to make it difficult for you. So we're going to jump into it here. Hopefully, I don't eat my words on that. Let's see who we're playing with today. Let's see.
Let's see who you're playing for this week. It's William Balchowski of Baltimore, Maryland, whose entries working the docks led to chronic pain and a crippling opiate addiction.
Huh, I don't think I've heard that one before. I don't know how many of them there are. I really wonder.
All right, let's start.
I think I've had a repeat once, but I've only played this trial like maybe 5 times. We have the book, so that's 9. 5, 1, 3. Smash the like button. Lovely.
TV dinner.
Goodness gracious. Sand is pouring in.
Round 2.
I'm ready for round 2. We need to go to get some water from the child dorm and read some books at the Wall of Hands. Probably the hardest thing about this will be remembering and even learning where all the rooms are, or which rooms are which. I think the child dorm is the room like right up here. The one. It's so cool. The one that you don't really use on Beguile. Yeah, this one. We want to drink some water here at the child dorm. 3 water. I don't even know where all of the targets are. 4 water. 8. So it should be 8 water. And then the Wall of Hands is opposite side, definitely. So maybe we can go out this way. It's I don't know if the hands are upstairs or the eye, but it's like right here. The eye is here, so the hands must be downstairs, I guess. TVs are done. Over here should be the hands. And we're reading books, which is 6. So 6 books, 8 water, and here we can farm some gooseberry. Oh no, no! I got lost in the animation. I'm gonna fucking die. Okay, we did get a heal. Well, oh my god. My fault for saying it was easy, I guess. But also, normally you're not trying to directly harass the prime asset and then getting hit because of it, so not sure that can exactly be qualified. But we did it finally. Okay, game. Yes, I staggered myself with the door. It's just unbelievable. Anyway, as I was saying, we have finally unlocked part 2 of the task, so we can check those out after this one. We had 8 water and 6 books. We can move on to the next set.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, man. Or ma'am. I don't know which he said, but...
3 already.
Yep. Clocks in the library and toothpaste at the rabbit dinner. Okay. I don't know where the library is. Oh, wait. The library is the real exchange room on the opposite side. And then the rabbit dinner's in the basement. Clocks in the library. Rabbit dinner should be down here. Oh, the night hunter's down here? That's kind of annoying. But, yeah, rabbit dinner's right in here. We're brushing our teeth here, which is kind of gross. 9. It's gross because what if you're gonna brush your teeth and then eat dinner? That's kind of gross, you know what I mean? 9 toothbrush, and then library should be here. Yeah, with its clocks. 9 toothbrush, 7 clocks. There we go. So yeah, pretty easy trial. Obviously, and I'm sure it's even easier with multiple people. I mean, obviously, as any trial is, but especially so here. So yeah, I don't know. I like the trial. It's cool, and it's not bad to get easy trials added on occasion. So yeah, I'm not too mad about it, and the environment is just beautiful. You can also just kind of hold shift and get to the end before anybody really spawns in. I think, okay, the Berserker is still here, but I mean, the Berserker's the Berserker. In this wide open, lit up area, he's not really going to be an issue for you, I wouldn't expect. And yeah, like Gooseberry spawns in incredibly late and is never going to really be a threat, so yeah. Quite an easy trial, but enjoyable. Definitely enjoyable. So, I will take it. Did get walloped by Gooseberry as punishment for farming my tasks, but that should still be more than enough to get the A+ in 6 minutes 2 seconds. Win the Truth Prime Time Psychosurgery here. And yeah, 1 damage received, but we still got that. I'll see you back at the sleep room. We'll check out the task for part 2. Alright, twins are the only ones who still require my wrath in order to finish all of these tasks, but I'm not overly concerned about doing that. We can claim this and then get our first reward, which is the House Always Wins poster. Very cool poster for the primetime event this year with Lilia in the background. And we've got part 2 we can unlock here, which is 9 trials completed, A+ 3 trials, complete 1 trial at Psychosurgery, which is usually 3. Kind of surprised it's only 1 here. Break 30 televisions, 5 televisions in a single trial, which I guess I'll pin that one to do in the next trial. Hit 5 different prime assets in a single trial. That would be kind of hard since you have to hit all, every single one of them. Just hope they all come out at some point. We have this one, which is for a custom trial. We'll be doing that custom trial for part 2. We have to have Prime Roulette and Deadly Prime Asset on the trial, so that should be pretty fun. And then there's Complete the Special Therapy without anyone taking damage from a Prime Asset. That should be pretty easy. And then hit 2 Prime Assets within 10 seconds. So yeah, that's what we're up against here for the set of part 2 tasks. We're going to jump into Gather the Children of God up next. I'll see you guys when we arrive. Alright, we're here at Gather the Children of God, and it should be a fairly simple one, as usual. I feel like, for some reason, and it might just be like confirmation bias or whatever that makes me think of it whenever I do this trial in an event or weekly, but it feels like this trial is in more events and weeklies than any other. I remember a time where this trial was in every weekly for like 5 or 6 weeks straight or something like that. Might just be me for some reason remembering it more than others, but it just seems like it might be one of their faves to throw in for whatever reason, if that's even the case. And in all likelihood it is not the case, because I am just delusional and crazy. But anyway, we are looking for 5 TVs in a single trial. Should be no real issue. As long as I find 5 of them, 5 will be destroyed, because I have more throwables than you could ever really need. It's actually kind of crazy how different this secondary objective is on here versus when you get it in high escalation, because in high escalation finding things to destroy 3 TVs is usually pretty hard, because there's so few items in comparison to what we have available here that it's honestly a pretty big pain in the ass of a secondary objective. But here I literally completed it and did 5 of them for the bonus task in very, very little time. So I don't know, kind of funny. I'll go and just highlight the 30 TVs, I guess. We could have done maybe the try and hit all the prime assets in one trial. We could still try that, I guess. Also, this was bugged on patch day. I wonder if it still is. It is, yeah. It says it hit 2 prime assets within 10 seconds, but it lets you hit the same prime asset twice. So that doesn't seem like it would be the intended way of doing that. And honestly, that kind of makes me think that hitting 5 prime assets would work with any 5.
What a lovely spell!
Oh, don't be cruel.
So we've hit technically 3 if you count coil as 2. So we can maybe try, and I mean it would be annoying to wait for all of them anyway, like especially Lilia, since she would often just like be in stealth and we wouldn't even know she's around. But we'll see. My fault. Not taking really my usual route here. We do have the button. Sadly, I am fresh out of throwables at the current moment. There's usually some in the bathroom, or at least in this back room over here through this door, especially. Get rid of yet another TV. Also, probably worth mentioning, and maybe I should have said it sooner, or I did think of it earlier, but for some reason I maybe was talking about something else and I just didn't mention it, but I do believe that hearts count as hitting, you know, prime assets or whoever with projectiles, so you could also just wait for liquidate and just use the hearts at the end to farm hits. Pretty sure that works. Could be wrong, but that is my memory. I think I heard the goose. She's smashing the door. Wait, what? Why did she smash it?
I'm gonna trip.
Let's see. Moment of truth. Okay, so that seemingly doesn't work. Does it say different prime assets in the task? Oh, it does say different. Okay, well, I'm a fucking idiot. My fault. So, I mean, I guess according to their definitions of what the tasks read, it is functioning properly, since one of them says different, and it seems to actually work. One of them says just hit 2 prime assets, so I guess technically that should mean you should be able to hit the same prime asset twice. I don't know. Just seems to go against what you would expect for this event. He's doing the 20-minute long vault animation. Lovely. Not sure if that was a Lilia mannequin who was just talking in my ear. Yeah, I mean, you're probably best off doing this on Incinerate the Relic or maybe Despoil, because Lilia... Oh, there she is. Now we just need Franco. Yeah, I would say Lilia is probably going to be the hardest one to find. Seem to have goofed up my knowledge here of the buttons. Or I thought the wire that I saw in this room indicated the far away button and then the child in that room, but that is, I believe, incorrect. Just give me 1 second here. Alright, Gooseberry's like right outside my hiding spot here.
Somebody call the police. There's nothing illegal about having a little fun.
Alright. I think we have all the children now, just need to drop them off. Or the tutorial one is still there, but it's the tutorial. Just need to find and smack up Franco. So I might as well try and like wait for him, I guess. But we'll, you know, work towards dropping the children off in the meantime, regardless. Giant is being quite cooperative here, so get a couple drop-offs done. And zip back inside. Maybe go... I mean, we could chill right around here. I don't know how frequently they spawn in. It seems like it spawns 2 of them in for like a decent amount of time, and then there's a bit of a delay, and my character's fondling the brick because of reasons. where this guy goes. But yeah, like it does seem okay. Here we go. Maybe. Let's go over here into the dark. No. Well. Okay. I didn't really want to risk getting hit by the throw, and because we still also have the task of don't get hit by a prime asset during a whole trial. But I did want to get that knocked out. We might as well with them showing up. Of course, it's Lilia again. I hear her. Damn, that's kind of sad. The one and only time you want to see Franco, and he's being shy. Twins are nearby here. Oh, are they really? I'm not sure. Stop fondling the brick, man. I hate this new weird animation. I wasn't gonna drop off the child, just figured I'd move it closer. Maybe do the 45-minute long animation again. I don't know if that's a new animation or what, but I swear they used to just like standing box jump over that sort of ledge. All good. Lily is still whispering, so... I may have to wait just a little bit longer. I mean, I'll go ahead and just pause for now, and we'll wait for Franco. Alright, someone's spawning in finally. And it's Coil. I actually had to wait a long ass time for anyone to spawn in. So there does seem to be quite a significant delay in the spawns. Okay, there's another spawn. Surely. Yes, it is him. Oh my god. Why are you going upstairs, Franco, you piece? Oh my god. Wait, that worked. That was so lucky that worked out like that. Coil came through the frickin' back counter door like a freak. Wow. Hey, I'll take it. We got the 5 different prime assets. Hit with projectile. And we can get the hell out. Alright, so that task is pretty cool. It's just strange that the 2 prime assets within 10 seconds task and that task work differently. Even though, I mean, it makes sense that they do work differently, I guess, because they are labeled differently. Why is Gooseberry faster than that? But the thing is that it's just weird that it's not 2 different prime assets within 10 seconds, I guess. Whatever. I don't know why I'm talking about it so much. We're out of there. We should get at least 2 more task completions here as well. We did no damage from a prime asset, and we did complete that psychosurgery. Okay, there we go. We got that as well. A plus 13 minutes, 21 seconds scheduled. We got prime time psychosurgery time, not fully accurate because we were waiting around for Franco to spawn, but also a flawless. I'll certainly take that. And I think we have Crush coming up just before Liquidate to finish things off. Alright, we're here for Crush. Should be pretty easy, and I actually checked. The only thing we actually even have left is these TVs, pretty much, and the custom trial, because we did all of these all at once there, and then we just have completing and A+ing, and then breaking the TVs before we do the custom. So, yeah, pretty. I mean, they never really would make difficult tasks. I don't think that's really the point of them. At least these ones, there are some interesting ones in here, and you know, it's fun to complete. But as always, we got them done pretty quickly and easily. I mean, especially when you focus on them, you're gonna knock them out quite fast. But even if you don't, you could end up doing a decent amount of them. I guess the main ones you have to focus on are in part 1, with specifically hitting the prime assets with throwables. Nice to get a stamina booster for this trial. We have D, 800 here. There's like always a duck there, but it never hits you while you're on the generator, thankfully. So we can safely crank without worry. Feel we won't be able to very easily get this to its destination. Oh, she actually went to the generator. Secondary's done, but many more TVs would be smashed if they show up for the task. 912 here. Franco's mad about me cranking that generator, most definitely. Someone else came out as well. We can just go to E while whoever's out over there does whatever they want to do. The goose. Why noise reduction is so broken, is it not? After what you just witnessed, how can you say otherwise? Alright, E422. Not sure where this giant was, but... Well, god damn it. A bit dubious of a decision.
What is this? Call me.
I was literally trying to hit this TV and I accidentally nailed the giant in the face. How unlucky is that? He did do the funny voice line at least. Oh, that shit. It's a good one. It's a good one. Fondle my brick a little bit, you never know. Keep farming those TVs. I will maybe stun for this if I have to. But somehow everybody has vanished and we don't need to worry about it. Good. Let's toss these on. Alright, lovely. Yeah, I would take that. We got them off the conveyor, so far so good in my book. Maybe we can just head straight into C277. That's what we need. Let's just go for it. Okay, it's there. Not sure I will remember that. I think it's like the third one from the door. But I don't trust very well. That I can remember things. It was correct, but still. Alright. Onto the conveyor they go. I mean, pretty decent bit of a speed run here. Thanks to the stamina booster. And also just like the seemingly relatively low, or I guess high, spawn delay on the primes for Prime Roulette, because they spawned over by B. Ooh, can we hit this TV from all the way over here? Probably not. Okay, that literally hit it. The bottle hit it. It's literally broke on it, so GG. But, yeah, the primes initially spawned over on B, so I went to E, and then by the time they got back, they were gone, and they didn't spawn in again, so I will take that. A+, 7 minutes, 4 seconds, Crush the Toys, Primetime Psycho Surgery here. And, yeah, no demerits to speak of. All we have left is Liquidate the Union, so I'll see you guys there. Alright, we're here for the final trial of Part 1, which is Liquidate the Union, one of my personal favorite trials in the game. And I hope it goes smoothly here, as it usually does these days. I feel like I've garnered the necessary experience and strategies for this trial to usually not pose too much significant of a threat. Although Franco traps will make that never a guarantee. And having also the twins around at any time with Franco will be quite dangerous, possibly. Ooh. Very interesting spot for a TV. Just a random thing that comes to mind when loading up this trial. I was reading through some comments the other day, and someone commented on my tier list video, which I have this trial in S tier, as it is one of my favorites. And they said that everyone they know hates Liquidate the Union, but every tier list has it in near the top. So that was kind of funny to me. I think people that hate Liquidate the Union truly just don't understand or realize the brilliance of the finale. It's just truly amazing. The rest of the trial I enjoy too, but the finale is really just the peak of the game for me at the current stage. Despoil is probably overall a better trial as far as like a new trial is concerned. Of course, this fucking car goes off. But I think just the Liquidate finale is too good. It pushes it over the top for me. And I think the radio's symbol thing gets too much hate. Oh yeah, I forgot we want to do this. And this asshole has swung at me twice, I think. Even though, I guess I went by that spot. Oh, that's an annoying Franco trap. Okay, we can jump this thing instead. It's fine. Oh my god, we have a prime asset coming out. Foil, at least. That's a bunny, right? Yeah. I guess Franco can't come out randomly because it is a Franco trial. Wait, what? How the fuck did he see me from... He like looked over that fence? What? I don't even know... What am I gonna do here? I mean, I guess I can hit Juke again. If he comes all the way over here. It's kind of weird that these things go down even though there's a lever gate right there, so this basically is like irrelevant. This is pretty annoying.
Shit, it's Coil.
I guess he could easily see me from up here, but why did he turn around? That's the annoying thing. And we have a second prime asset coming out here, so this is just fucking ass. Gooseberry and Coil. have to hit Juke, I guess. I think he would pull me out of a hiding spot if I used it at that point. And then we'll just hope that the goose isn't. But the problem is they don't really have anywhere to go. Coil was trying to leave, so.
Daddy, that man keeps talking about
Okay. So that was pretty annoying. But that part can also have issues with like the pitcher spawning and being annoying and stuff too. Just kind of the nature of it. And it's somewhat of the trade-off that you accept when you decide to trap the giant outside, I guess, is you don't have easy access to that escape route. Although it doesn't usually come into play as aggressively as it did in that case. Who made that noise? Was that the crackhead? That was very strange. Get rid of that. That's a pretty savage tripwire. Yeah, there's just an absolute ton of tripwires thanks to the more prime asset traps variator. But there's equally as many throwables to combat them with. We have game room, office, and garage. So no like early secret room. Do the game room first as I'm fondling my brick. 0. Okay. Right. Why wouldn't you come directly into the game room? And then somehow not see me fully. 0-3. We need office and garage. Maybe they hear it more clearly if you hit like a trap with it or something. That's the second time during this event that I've been surprised that they heard a brick throw of mine. But I don't know. Hello? Where the fuck is this stupid thing? Alright, I'm switching. Lily is out. Am I stupid? I mean, I must be. I can't find the number in this tiny room. Oh, it's on the fucking chair behind the stupid child. Okay. My fault.
You're hiding.
Oh, fuck.
The permanent agility of the color class.
0379.
They have no right to touch us. None whatsoever. Even if their station in life gave them permission. Listen here.
Yes, please, boss.
A little bit hectic here. Thing is, Lilia is probably about to leave, so we might want to take this opportunity to push still, despite the current hectic environment. Yeah, that was her leaving. What is wrong with this giant, bro? What? I was literally trying to hit Juke because she was standing right in front of me. This game sometimes, man, with the iframes that make no sense. He got over the threshold, so we're good. Oh my god, this guy's still on my ass. Trying to get rid of these 100 tripwires. God, they're everywhere. Alright, let's see what combination we have here. Bunny Club Moon. I thought that was Spade. There's Spade right there. Oh, secret room's here. Cool. Might as well. Grab ourselves some boosters. And we can do the rig recharger, I guess. I literally don't even think about rig recharges anymore. It's kind of weird to think about how much differently I approach the game these days. It was Bunny Club Moon. Not sure if Franco's in here or... Okay, he's in... Bunny Club Moon. Diamond. That's Moon, so the last thing we need. Get our second TV. There's Club, so... I think Franco's actually right in front of the house. It's fried.
Yes!
It's fine, actually. Playing it a bit fast and loose here, but we're doing it. That's Heart, so the one in the other house across the way here will be Bunny. There it is. Club is in the house across the street from here, so we can maybe try and go for it. Alright, it's just the one downstairs now. Damn, these laser traps, man. I think it was this one right here, sadly enough. Pretty bad job tuning that. My mouse feels a little odd right now. Cope. Anyway, let's get back to the guy and try and push him along a bit. No luck on an additional rig recharger. With this master key that I have, but that's okay. Fondle that brick, you never know. Oh shit. Damn it. I thought I was clear once I got through the gate, but he fucking shot me through the gate and through the guy, so unfortunate. But shouldn't be the end of the world for our grade, just loses us to flawless. Did you always have to hold for that? I mean, maybe, but Oh, I didn't actually use my rig. I thought for some reason that I did on like Leia or something. I'm not gonna bother carrying around the antidote anymore. I'm sure I'll come to regret that immediately somehow. Club Heart Diamond. Okay. Get up to full health again, I guess. Can't seem to find any radios. Wow. None in any of these downstairs houses is kind of wild. Moon, so we don't need that. Whoa, the goose. Funny. What is this luck?
Crazy bitch.
Crazy bitch. It's actually insane how many Franco traps are around. Club Heart Diamond, so we have heart there. Might as well check this while we're over here. That's diamond. So we just need that club. Which might actually be over here. And it is. Lovely. My fault. Is he right out here?
You'll be a liar. Great fucking bird of prey.
A little bit thoughtless though, thankfully. Pouncer right in this locker. Guess not. Very nearby though. Is there like a... Oh, she's in there. Crazy stuff. Oops. Diamond will be right there.
I wonder if they make these for looking through clothes. That fucking hurt!
A little bit risky, you gotta admit. But it worked out, didn't it? Alright. Forgot we still need to push the guy. So let's do that as well. We can get on to the finale. 20 out of 30 televisions. You need to do quite a lot of them. 10 trials worth of completing the secondary, but we obviously still have an entire additional part of this event to go, so don't really need to concern myself too much.
I don't eat God. Fuck.
This is a pain in the ass. Shouldn't be able to kite this.
There's no way. Just me. Drowning in blood. Just let go. I can put up with
Not ideal with the Night Hunter marching down the hallway and Lilia being here. Honestly, worth the threefer, and we get into the get to push him to the end.
Oh, Jesus.
I will take that. Sadly, Lilia has stayed with us.
No betraying.
Meow. Good jump, Lilia. Come to me. Make sure it was leaving, of course, so we are good to get working on the setup here for the big showdown. Let's get that. Bouncer's in a pretty good spot over there, so... This fucking game sometimes, dude. Just bugs like that piss me off so much. Like, obviously, logically, given that the gas is physically there and you can see it, that makes sense that would give me sanity loss, but that is not how it works. 90% of the time, or 95, or 99% of the time, when you do exactly that, you will not lose any sanity. You can be as close or as far, however you want to do it. You will not lose sanity because you destroyed the trap, and that is just how the game works. But not always. But not always. It doesn't always work that way. Because fuck you, that's why. So that's another undeserved that time hit to my greed. The first one was more deserved, being greedy. That one, I would argue, was not very deserved whatsoever. We need to try and finish setting up the room here. I think Lilia is back, actually, if I was hearing correctly there. I mean, we have 3 hearts, 2 bricks, 2 bottles. If I were able to retrieve the bricks after throwing them once, then that would probably be enough. But we'll do it off of this one anyway. It's the ears. Okay. Should be in good shape here. Alright. Let's go for it. Hopefully decent timing for the other primes not being out too quickly during this. That is the eye. Oh yeah. It's underneath. Oh wait, what? Oh yeah, what luck. I thought you couldn't get the same target twice in a single rotation, but look at that. We got it. That is helmet. Damn, this time we got it underneath. Oh, but there's an immediate opportunity. So I think surely you can't get back to back, right? Let's use the other brick's first use so we can instantly retrieve it. Not very smart of me. But I am kind of trying to rush this a bit. Chest. I'm trying to rush it. Oh, rush it because of the threat of additional primes. Spawning in. What? I actually got down there again. Fuck you, dude. Playing the sight lines to the best of my ability, although it is risky. It worked out, and we can leave. So we managed to do it fast enough such that additional primes spawning in were not an issue, which is what I was hoping for. So. He's actually gonna go through the bus, maybe. Damn stamina running out. Okay. I saw him just sprinting over to the end, so I threw the bottle, and he did go through the bus, which is pretty slow for him. So we should be good. Regardless of what he does, hopefully he just turns around and lets us leave as I fondle my brick into oblivion. And there you have it. Despite getting bullshitted and losing sanity, I think we should still be okay on the grade as we see it pop up for the task. It's spoiled, but A+ in 26 minutes, 11 seconds, A+, Liquidate the Union, primetime psychosurgery here. And yeah, just a lovely trial, of course. Lost sanity one time, received damage one time. Sanity loss was bullshit. Regardless of whether you think it should or shouldn't work that way, it is not supposed to work that way. Given how many times I've experienced the opposite. Regardless, though, that is going to be it for part 1 of the Prime Time 2026 event. Again, I am curious what people think about the combination of these videos into 18 trials. I will do part 1 and part 2 for Prime Time here, but I will definitely be doing only one video for the upcoming routine therapies of classified and mirrored, and then depending on what people think about that, I will consider doing you know, 1 or 2 videos for events to come. The thing with events is that they're a month long as opposed to the 2-week routine therapies being 2 weeks long, so it might not be you know, as good to combine the events, but we'll see. Tasks are looking very good. We've got all part 1 tasks done, and part 2 we just need to break 9 more TVs, complete 6 more trials, and then we'll be doing the custom trial as a bonus in the next video for part 2. That is going to do it for me, though, folks. Hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what you think of this event and the new Prime Roulette variator in the comments. How did the completion go for you guys? What do you think of the new trials? Win the Truth, Incinerate the Relic. And yeah, that's about it for me. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.